Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I mean, look, I'm happy to say Merry Christmas because I always thought that realistically they stopped playing Christmas songs after Christmas Day, but I just turned on Magic Christmas and they're still playing it. So I'm happy to carry it on. Cheers. I've got some nuts. Look, it's my second watch along of the day. Man United Leicester. I was still very hungover then, but disappointed. But you move. This is what That's Football's all about. Everybody's welcome on here. Hope you're all having a good day, and we've got an interesting game for you. Arsenal entertaining Chelsea. Team news: Leno, Holding, Mari, Tierney, Bellerin, Elneny, Xhaka, Xhaka, Smith Rowe, Lacazette, Martinelli. I don't know what's wrong with Aubameyang. He's on the bench. Ceballos is on the bench. I don't know whether he's got an eye on Tuesday night and maybe putting up the little bit of the white flag here. I don't know. I mean, Arsenal fans, let me know. I mean, Smith Rowe, Mari, Martinelli. I know he's very well thought of, Martinelli, but it's a big game to throw him into when Chelsea have got Mendy, James, Zuma, Thiago Silva, Chilwell, Kante, Kovacic and Mount, and Pulisic, Abraham and Werner. I can't see anything other than a Chelsea win, I'm afraid. The Arsenal side, even if they put their strongest side out, I wouldn't expect them to win. So, you know, it's a bit of a weakened team for Arsenal, but there you go. Hawk says he feels bad for Arsenal. I can only see them winning. Aubameyang's coming back from a calf injury, and title pretenders, haha, says Darren Moran. Well, you say title pretenders, haha, but I don't think Manchester United can win a title anyway, so I don't really get wound up by that. But if we win our game in hand, we're 4 points off Liverpool and we've got to play them twice. So, you know, what do you call a title challenge these days? Pumpkin Spice Latte says, Mark, did you see Ricky's fan cam? I nearly broke my iPad through disbelief. I haven't watched it yet, but I haven't. I don't know what was said, so if you want to sort of summarise what was said, by all means let me know. I presume it was Dan James was man of the match or something like that. Thanks for the super chats. You can do that through the $sign. Maguire is annoying because people will think he's not at fault for anything. He hides away and never takes responsibilities for his positional sense. Like I said, at least Lindelof shows up. Red Baron, you know what? I think a lot of times today, and we might get it on this match today, a lot of times today I had to say things I don't really like saying, like you don't know ball. But I'm sorry, like sometimes you've got to stand your ground and say what you know. I've been playing football since I was 4. I grew up around football. Look, just because I didn't make it as a professional, Arsene Wenger wasn't a professional. Like, if you know football, you know football. There are some footballers who are brilliant, who don't really know much about the game, technically. They don't. They just play on, fumes. And I'm telling you now, that Harry Maguire second goal, I've seen it so many times where he doesn't know how to mark the front post. He just hides. He does hide. He said Fred was shocking. Matic is the best player and McTominay was better than Fred today and Matic should have played over Fred. Well, he's left him. I mean, look, you know what? It's all about opinion, but the problem is when people say something and 90% of people think it's a load of bollocks, you're going to make yourself look stupid. You know, if 90% of people think Fred had a good game, he had a good game. You know, you're deluded then, aren't you? You know, yeah, you know, Fred was very, very good today. I thought he was absolutely superb. So, you know, I don't know. I don't get that. I have to watch the video myself, but I don't get that. I really don't. And I like Matic. I thought McTominay was crap today as well. McTominay's not a CDM. But which way do you think this game's going to go? I'm going to go with a Chelsea win, 2-0. I don't think that will happen any other way. I mean, is Bellerin the captain of Arsenal? No way. I've finished eating my nuts now. I know it's annoying to people, so I just had a few nuts. Bellerin is captain of Arsenal. I can't believe it. This could be his last game, Arteta. I don't think it will be. I mean, look, the great thing about football over Christmas is that you've just got so many games coming up. Tomorrow, there's 4 games tomorrow. There are 2 games on Monday. Manchester United are playing... sorry, I've got that wrong. Manchester United, there's 3 games on Monday. Man United are playing on... When are Man United playing? I'm blind. No, Man United are playing on Tuesday night. I thought they were playing on Monday night. I thought Man United were playing on the 28th. So we're not playing till... We've got 2 days off. All right, okay, that's fine. No issues. So I was convinced Man United were playing on the 28th. So it's Everton versus Man City on the 28th. It's Arsenal are playing Brighton on Tuesday. 6-pointer, resting players. Big time. That's what he's doing, isn't it, really? I think that's what he's definitely doing. Resting players for the Brighton game. So, yeah, I'll go through some of the fixtures in a little bit because I've lost my bearings. It is Saturday today, isn't it? It's Saturday today, yes. It's Saturday today. A couple of super chats. As a Leicester fan, fair play to United. It was an amazing match and Bruno is absolutely different class. Maguire's completely fell off since he left us. It's shocking to witness. I mean, thanks to that from Road to Dawn. Look, fair play to Leicester. You hung about in that game. And, you know, in a footballing sense, it was quite an equal game. But based on chances, we should have won that game. But, yeah, Harry Maguire's shocking. Maguire is annoying. I've done that one from Red Baron. And, oh, man, I'm loving this. We hate draws. We have few signings away from title race. We're having a winning mentality. We have squad depth. Yeah, our defence needs improvement. I get that. But our problems have never been clearer, says Deepak Singh. Thoughts on Scottish CDM from Academy? Mike Hock, says Danny. I think he played today. And would prefer a Chelsea or an Arsenal win or a draw. In the context of the league today, I would quite like... I think if Chelsea win, they go level above us, but we've played a game more. So, I don't know. I don't know. If Arsenal lose, they're on 14 points. I mean, Arsenal are in trouble. I can't see a situation where they don't sack Arteta. I think Arteta's been let down by the players, but I can't see a situation where he doesn't. Hi, Mark. Do you reckon Spurs will beat Wolves? Wolves' form is up and down like a jockey's bollocks, says Tom G. Lovely stuff. And as an Arsenal fan, Arteta starting Xhaka and Bellerin again and giving Bellerin the armband is fireable offence at this point. Merry Christmas, Mark, says Ice Mooney. Yeah, I don't know whether Arteta... You know, obviously he'll get a big payoff. Probably fancies going back to Pep. I don't know, but it's certainly an interesting one. It really is. But there you go. We will see how they get on. I can't see Arsenal getting a point or anything today. I've got to be honest. I just do not see anything other than a win for Chelsea. I mean, West Ham played quite well against Chelsea. We did that as a watch-along, didn't we? But I just don't. I don't see it. I really don't see them getting anything out of this same game today. We're about to kick off. Let me get the timer ready. What do you think about Ndidi? If we get him Alaba and right winger, I agree. I reckon we could win this. Sadly, that would cost too much, says Alfie Palmer. I think United have got to go and find their own Ndidi, to be honest with you. I don't think you can just keep going to Leicester and giving them 80 million quid, and I think that's what it would cost. Jayon Wee says, I got sent off 2 times in 2 matches in centre mid. I'm sad. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to do. I'm looking forward to doing my FIFA career mode, moving it up to Ultimate. If you know, you know. But we're about to kick off here. Michael Oliver's the ref. Martinelli's back. And we're off and running. You never know, Arsenal might pull out a shock. More chance of my wife coming downstairs and saying, oh, I forgot to give you this PS5, it was under the bed. Not going to happen. Let's put faith in James Garner, says Wes Mohammed. We need centre-backs, mate, at Manchester United. Well, there's an early chance for Martinelli there. Drops to him. Gets stuck under his feet. Not a bad chance, really. Not a super chance. Mark, what are your next few watch-alongs on here till the next new year? Please, there are some good ones in there, says Andrew. I'm going to have a look. I haven't decided yet. I'll have a look in a minute once we've settled into this game. Here's Werner. I mean, if I know Arsenal fans how I think they do, with United drawing today, they'll still think they can get in a title race. You know, they'll still be looking at results from Liverpool and United and thinking, you know what, if we win our next 10 and they lose 10, we might actually get within a couple of points of them. But yeah, I think there's a good comment there that, you know, somebody just said Arsenal are dead. That, you know, Xhaka, Bellerin, El Neni, says Mr. Mime Jr. And I think that's the problem, isn't it? Look, I wouldn't say I've been, you know, I'm certainly no Arsenal fan. But I think as a football fan, which is what That's Football's all about, I look at the criticism that certain Arsenal fans give to Arteta. And I think, you know what, if you really do love your football club, you've got a fucking thick way of showing us how you do it, because you out yourselves as absolute idiots. Like Arteta out, this, that and the other, and you're an Arsenal fan. I just think, you know what, surely you should know your club better than we do. I don't support Arsenal. I don't want Arsenal to do well, but I can look at that team and tell you the problem's not the manager. The problem is the team, the players. And I look at his team tonight and I think, you know what, who's missing? Gabriel's missing, Aubameyang's injured. It's a crap Arsenal side. Now, those players are either going to have to perform beyond their levels to get something tonight, or they're just not good enough. And I think that's the problem with Arsenal, is that they think, you know, they're talking about Thomas Tuchel now. Like, Harry Potter himself couldn't turn you into a good footballing side. You know, sometimes you've got to acknowledge that you need to buy players. Czerny's done well here. Cross is good. Arsenal starting off on the front foot here. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal, I don't care who the manager is. Their players are not good enough. And you may as well stick with a manager. And if you're not going to back him and you're just going to keep changing your manager, it's going to cost them a lot of money to get rid of Arteta as well. I've seen Inglourious Bastards before, yeah, Nabs, yeah. Mr. Skiller says Klopp could get this tied to top four. Never. No way. And Klopp's the best manager in the world as far as I'm concerned. He could not get this side to top four. No way. I just couldn't see that happening. What do you get for Christmas? Well, I did say it on the United stand. I got these. They're very nice Hugo Boss jeans. They fit very nice. I got a nice Ralph Lauren jumper as well, which I chose not to wear because I thought I'd go for something a bit festive. Got a couple of knives for cooking with Goldbridge, which were well overdue. Pasta maker, some stuff like that, yeah. Good stuff. I like to get stuff for Christmas that helps out. Ricky said Fred was awful and McSauce was better. Our fan base are the reason that we get bantered, says Big Josh. And that was first one was from Salah Ahmed. Well, Arsenal have started off quick here. Give them their dues. They have started off on the front foot. What are you all up to tonight anyway? Not that I'm coming round your house, I can't, it's social distancing, but what's your plans for tonight? Corner here for Arsenal. We took it short. For me, it's still very much, you know, football sort of infiltrates Christmas, doesn't it? And it's got every right to do that. But I still feel that these next few days, especially with the next 2 days being bank holiday and tomorrow being a Sunday, they are days to, you know, just chill out a little bit and watch a few films. I'm going to watch a film as well. I'm not doing an 8 o'clock show on the United Stand. It doesn't feel like it's suitable. I'll do a morning show tomorrow, and we'll start getting back from tomorrow night because it's a Sunday night show with Ricky and everyone. So, yeah. This one's on Sky tonight. Arsenal Chelsea. I've got my favourite tea coming up after this. I love Christmas dinner, but I love cold meats. I've got cold turkey, cold ham, get some chips in the deep fat fryer, and then pickles and mayonnaise and lovely stuff. Probably do some baked beans with it. We're jamming. And I hope you like jamming too. We're jamming. And I also I need to finish it. I started Die Hard on Christmas Eve and I didn't finish it. And I started Rogue One last night and I didn't finish it. So I'm thinking about watching them both at the same time, just to be efficient with time. Anyway, we don't want either team to win here, says Aaron. And one thing I've been saying for weeks about Arsenal, he's finally done it, is get rid of 5 at the back, says Daz OW. I think we'll see a better Arsenal if he doesn't play 5 at the back. But thanks for the super chats. You can do that through the $sign. And please subscribe if you're new. I must come back to that because I'm pretty sure we're quite close to a landmark here. Let me have a look. Foul by Cancelo there. Arsenal are going to win this. It just makes sense, says Rahul. In this season, it probably does. And Arsenal have started off quite well. Yeah, we're 5 subscribers away from 276,000. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Everyone's welcome on here. Lots and lots of content for you. FIFA Career Mode will obviously be back at the start of the week. But we've got lots of watch-alongs, etc. And everyone's welcome on this channel. I'll talk about those watch-alongs in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to turn the turkey into a curry as well. Curry head. And probably also a turkey pie. Who's on the bench for Chelsea is a good point, actually. Because I presume Havertz is on there. Yeah, Havertz is on there, and Hudson-Odoi is on there. Still no Ziyech back. So obviously, look, you know, I think to many people's surprise, Mount and Abraham are starting games now. You know, maybe that wasn't thought to be the way it would go in the summer, but good run from Pulisic here. Slides it into Werner. Oh, it could have been a good goal there. Just couldn't quite get it into the path of Tammy Abraham. Chelsea looking dangerous there. Sadiq doesn't want Chelsea to win today. I think they've got too much quality for Arsenal. Remember what my prediction was before a ball was even kicked this season. What did I say? I said Liverpool will win the league, Chelsea second, Man City third, Manchester United fourth. How about a Player of the Year 2020 segment on the United Stand, says Salah Ahmed? Yeah, I think it's only those sort of things only work if it's if you're a Liverpool fan. United need Arsenal to win. Why? Why do we need Arsenal to win? Like, it's not like Chelsea are going to win the bloody league, is it? I couldn't give a shit. If Chelsea win 4-0, I don't really care. You know, United are in control of their own destiny. Don't need to worry about bloody Chelsea. I'm not going to be that fan that hopes Chelsea drop points because, we might drop to 4th. Not bothered. I am gutted we drew today, Yahir. I am. Chelsea starting to find a bit of fluidity here. 10 minutes in. Arsenal started off quite well, but it's Chelsea now who are starting to dominate the ball a bit. Gabriel's got to self-isolate apparently, says Jamie Wilson. Tell me more, Jamie. Tell me more, because I do think that this is something that's obviously Jesus and Kyle Walker have got COVID. So, and that's Manchester. London rife at the moment for COVID. So you would expect, I expect over the next couple of weeks to see maybe a few Premier League games get sort of postponed whilst they get on top of this. But hopefully not. Dean says the game will end 0-0. You heard it here first. I didn't. I saw it about 10 comments away, but we'll give it you, Dean. Where are the glasses, Mark? Says Aaron. There. All right, I'm all right today. My eyes don't feel too bad. Ricky's fan cam's getting a lot of stick. I bet mine sounds like bloody amazing then, for once. I don't like Jumanji full stop, Aben, to be honest. Chelsea 2. Arsenal here first. Cat Jasper, I think I know what you mean. Sam Owen, it's too early for a stretch. Willian is unwell as well. I've been unwell watching Willian most of the season. Here's Pulisic on one of his runs. Good tackle. Wanted a foul. He's giving it. He's giving it. Xhaka. Have you seen The Godfather, says Rohan? I have, and I bloody love it. Nearly 1,000 likes on the video. Thanks, everyone. Such a yellow card. Xhaka should get booked for that. I mean, he's only just come back from being sent off. And he goes, he's an idiot. Book him. But good free kick position here for Chelsea. And I think you've got Chilwell on it, Mason Mount on it, Reece James on it. I like Reece James. I think he's a very good player. Super chat from Salah Ahmed. Today was the first time Bruno made a mistake in a game when we all criticised him, which is valid. Yet let's not forget all the good he has done. He's key. I think he's above criticism, to be honest, Salah. And, you know, he's still got a goal and an assist. And he should have had 3 assists. Like, you know, Rashford should have scored a couple more. Abdullah wants a good Netflix movie to watch. I thought he'd scored. Mount, I thought he'd scored. I saw Leno diving despairingly towards that far post. Oh, he wasn't saving that. It's a brilliant free kick that hits the outside of the post from Mason Mount, who continues to impress. What is the value of Chelsea's front trio, says Gorton? Who gives a shit? Cobra Kai's out on January the 1st. They've brought it back forward a week, Martin. So we've not got long to wait. Do you rate Mount, says RJ? I was saying on the other night when West Ham against Chelsea, I do actually quite rate Mason Mount now. I didn't really understand what it was all about, but I think I've been really impressed with him the last 2 times I've seen him. Lewis says Mount gets overplayed in my opinion. He's a bit like Maguire. And Swapnil says Mount is Lampard's son. Well, I think he's moved past that now. I think he's turned into... He's maturing into quite a decent player, really. And obviously, you know, credit where it's due. He reminds me of Declan Rice, really. And it's funny because they're both very good friends. And I used to think the same of Declan Rice as I do with Mason Mount. That I don't really rate them. But to be honest with you, over the last sort of... Well, a bit longer with Declan Rice. But over the last month, I've seen Mason Mount a few times. And I actually think he's quite a good player. Oh, switch that play. What a ball to Chilwell. Arsenal captain can't take a throw in, says Aaron. I sense a Chelsea goal coming. Werner. Oh, he's gone a bit heavy with that. But he wins it. Mark, you think Bruno at United is similar to Suarez at Liverpool? A lot of similarities, says Mike Flynn. Wow. I hope he doesn't end up being like that, where it's just a bit of a one-man team, but you might be right. Bellerin is the captain, just do it. It surprises me, but he's not even well liked by Arsenal fans. Your defender is a joke. Bottle jobs, new Spurs, says Young King. Thank you very much, mate. Merry Christmas. Arsenal having a bit of an attack here, which will do them good. Whip it first time. Tierney, good cross. Well headed away by Thiago Silva. Look at that by Kovacic. What a flick. Oh, you're going in the book for that. You're going in the book for that. Disgusting tackle. Lovely skill by Kovacic. And as he runs to get the ball, he nicks it past Marrow. And Marrow chops him down. Sometimes I think these sort of fouls should be a red, but we don't want these being a red. But that's a horrible foul. That's a horrible foul, you know. Cynical. Mari, sorry. Pablo Mari on a yellow card. Another red card on the download, maybe. We'll see. Mark, if United aren't coached to defend that narrow, Axel isn't there for that own goal. We'll never understand why we are coached to come narrow, says Yashay. Yeah, good point. Good point. Although I don't think he really had anyone to mark Twansebi, so maybe you would tuck in from that. The result today is an okay result if we go on and win our next games, Villa and Wolves. A draw against second isn't bad if you can win the next ones. Yeah, look, I mean, it's a few hours since full time on the United result now, but I'm still very disappointed. I won't be watching Match of the Day because I'm disappointed. I think you can always gauge the quality of a result by whether I watch Match of the Day, and I don't think it was a very good result. On paper, it's a good result. Leicester are second in the league, so, but when you watch the game, we've blown that. I don't know what it is about Chelsea. I mean, look. There's no doubt that Chelsea can do anything they want to do in the transfer market. They've shown that year after year. Here's Reece James. But there's something about Chelsea that's just not convincing. And I don't even think it's about players getting used to each other. They still seem to be missing something. And I don't know whether they've got that something in this team. And I don't know what it is. I mean, you look at Chelsea. What do you think they're missing? Or what do you think I think they're missing? United not ready yet, says Mr. Merlin the Bold Afro. And Ollie said Lindelof has worsened his injury thoughts. Says Salah Ahmed, we need to buy a centre-back. So yeah, I look at Chelsea and I think they're missing something. And I don't know what it is. They've got so many good players. I really like Reece James. Obviously, they've bought a left-back now in Chilwell. Their goalkeeper looks good. Obviously, they've got people like Kante. I think... I don't know. It's maybe because I look at Chelsea teams of the past. You know, the John Terrys, the Frank Lampards, the Didier Drogbas. Maybe that's what it is. And can any of those players become that? I don't know. Maybe it's an age thing. I don't know. I just think they lack leadership or something. I don't think it's the manager. I think chemistry, says Skeggs. Ziyech is a player that I look at and I think, you know, he's a very good player. I mean, Lucas says they're missing cohesion. I think they're missing an out-and-out, you know, and a lot of clubs do. You know, I think Liverpool are one of the only clubs that's got it now. I think since Vincent Kompany's gone, Man City miss it. I think Manchester United definitely miss it. Although, you know, Bruno obviously gives us it. That player that epitomises the Chelsea shirt. You know what I mean? Here's Werner though. He's coming in on the left-hand side. Up against Holding. Good block by Holding. Goes for a corner. I don't know, maybe it's a bit too simplistic to say they lack a out-and-out leader, but I think they've got very good players. I like Kovacic, I like Kante, I even like Jorginho, and I like Mason Mount, but you know, maybe they miss that sort of, I don't know, does that player even exist anymore? Maybe that's why leagues are so open. Dylan says, how was your Christmas? Very good, thank you. Hope yours is good. Not over yet, of course. Still got, I don't know, what's everyone doing on? That's a good question. I'll ask in a minute after the corner. Remind me about that one. So I need to talk about my watch-alongs I'm going to be doing as well. But corner for Chelsea here. They've scored most goals from corners this season. They won't be scoring from that one. 20 minutes gone. Thoughts on Arsenal so far? Toothless, really. Lots of effort, sorry, but not a lot of creativity. Have you heard West Brom want Phil Jones on loan opinion, says Baggy. I'll drive him there myself. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the channel in 2021. We've got lots to come for you. Really excited to get the FIFA career mode back up and running next week, by the way, on Ultimate. Just won the league. Let's see if we can do it on Ultimate. Cross comes in. Good defending by Mallow. My mate Connell thinks Pogba is the best player in the Prem. Do you think he has a future at our club? Also shout out Connell and his dad, please, says J03LPP. I don't think Pogba's the best player in the Premier League. I think he's a good player. Maybe we actually buy a centre-back now that Lindelof is injured, similar to the circumstances that made us get Bruno. One can only hope, says Blake the Third. It's Murray, not Mallow, sorry. Mara. Cross comes in from Chelsea. They win that header from Zuma, but it goes over the bar. What do I think of Zuma? I think he's a good centre. I think he's an okay centre back. I think he's a good centre back. It depends on his age whether he can become a very, good centre back. Here's Xhaka. He's a good player. I like Xhaka for Arsenal. Oh. Arsenal still got it here. Chilwell will clear that. No, won't it go through three. Yeah, what I was going to ask is, Zayn Miasi's in the house. Come on, Xhaka and Martinelli, getting Rodgers in the summer. London is still red, still more trophies. Will Rodgers want to go to a championship club, though? And I don't think he'll fancy a rebuild. And Mark, I think I offended Fan Forum today by Super Chat saying if you buy crackers and fire it up Maguire's arse, he still will be a slow donkey, says Pushnin. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I know what I was going to ask, actually. We just got a break in the play here. What's everyone doing for New Year's Eve? Because I think it's a real difficult one this year. We're all in lockdown in the UK, so, literally you can't have house parties and stuff. I'm sure some prats will still do it, but if they want to kill people, that's up to them. I might just play Football Manager or something like that. New Year's Eve is overrated anyway. It proper is. Like a lot of you probably too young. Millennium. I was old enough to drink in the Millennium 2000. I just went down the local pub. It was a normal New Year's Eve re-tagged. My mate ran a pub, right? They were paying people triple time to work. Like they never pay that. And it ended up just being, oh look, it's the end of the Millennium. Nothing different happens to any other bloody New Year. You count down the clock and that's it. Mark, it seems your fridge had too much turkey for Christmas, says Saint Miassi. And I thought he was talking about my fridge then. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Harry Maguire. What's the point in buying a centre-back when Ollie's not in the mood to drop Victor and plays him right back instead of Axel, says Magesh. I was watching Virgil van Dijk at Southampton and you can see back then that he could become world class. Shame that Liverpool got him and not Manchester United, says Joker 7. And Philip Nash was 20 at the time of the Millennium. Why don't the United stand make a pro clubs team on FIFA and play together? That would be funny and interesting, says Omar Salman. Well, we've done it before, mate. We have done it before. New Year's Eve in the... Oh! Arsenal could score! Oh, my God. Bellerin nearly gets an assist. Smith Rowe Jones puts it into the... Misses it. What happened there? Arsenal should be in front. Captain Bellerin charging into the box, cuts it back to Smith Rowe, Jones-Smith, and he totally misses it. Why didn't he hit it with his right foot? This is it. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Who does he think he is with his socks round his ankles? Mate, you're trying to act like prime Hoddle. You're acting like a prime duck. You bloody twat. Socks round your ankles and he can't score a bloody tap in. I cannot stand the youth footballer of today. Arrogance beyond levels they'll never reach. What a prat. What an absolute prat. I can't believe it. New Year's Eve in the USA is called Amateur Night for a reason. Good night to stay in with friends and family, says David Nardiello. And hi Mark, as a United fan, I really think we should be second in the league right now, but we probably wouldn't keep second for very long, says Leland. And Red Baron, I want to see what Ricky does when he rewatches the match for 10,000 times. If Fred was a 10 performance, Ricky would still call him a bad player. I can't believe that lad actually does have socks around his ankles. I mean, the arrogance. I like the arrogance, but come on. Why draw attention to yourself when you're crap? I nearly splashed my drink. I nearly got a splashback from my drink then. That would have really hurt because that's quite bitter. I don't get it. Look, socks around the ankles. What does that look like? Says Rebel Master. He's just got his socks pulled down. Chelsea needs a Jordan Henderson, says Drippy Banjo. He's a Poundland Grealish. He ain't even a Poundland Greenish. He's a loose change Grealish. Mark, you're deluded. Bruno is the most overrated player in the league. Only stats look good as he has better players in his team. Bruno is a terrible player. Okay. I don't know why I read that one. Hi Mark, who do you think is better, Salah or Son? Says Angus Court 123. I think you've got to give Salah his dues. I'm a massive fan of Son, but you've got to give Salah his dues. I think most people would say Salah is a better player. I just think it's fashionable not to say that. Look, it looks like I've got like green trim on my hips. Look like I'm wearing sexy green trim trousers. Ooh. Yeah, I think that Salah gets a lot of bad heat. Please subscribe, please. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. We're on the road to 300k. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really enjoying doing this channel actually. I think we were like on 140,000 subscribers at the start of the year, maybe even less than that. I wouldn't even want to check. It's been a fantastic year on this channel, and the great thing I like about it is it's just everyone can get involved. And it's Tammy Abraham corner. It's just very relaxed. I like it. Would you take Ollie Watkins? I tell you what, very impressive win for Villa today. But does it take the shine off the Liverpool result a little bit? You know, they beat Palace 7-0, and Villa beat Palace 3-0 today, and yet they were 1-0 up, only 1-0 up when they lost the player for a red card. I'm getting tired again. I've been drinking all day. And I've not had as much water as I did yesterday. Yesterday I was like, I must have had about 10 glasses of water. How much did I drink yesterday? No one asked. Bottle of red. Probably about 4 cans of lager. I had quite a lot of drink. I think it's very hard to get drunk on Christmas Day. A lot of people say that because you eat so much. It's a goal. It's not really. Thoughts on Man City, says Selfid. I don't really know. Let's have a look at what's going on in the wider scheme of things, actually, because there are games coming up over the next few days. I need to figure out my watch-alongs. So Man City are playing Newcastle tonight at 8 o'clock, and Sheffield United are playing Everton. I don't know whether I can be asked to watch another game. I just feel like a nice tea and then a film tonight. I've had my fill of football. Mason Mount shoots wide, but I'm just trying to have a look here. So Leeds Burnley at midday tomorrow. Liverpool are playing West Brom at 4:30. Easy win. Wolverhampton versus Spurs tomorrow at 7:15. I won't be doing a watch along for that because I've got United stand at 8. Crystal Palace Leicester at 3 o'clock on Monday. Chelsea Aston Villa at 5:30. I might do that. Everton Man City. I might do Chelsea Villa at 5:30 on Monday as a watch along. Tuesday night we've got Man United Wolves, and Wednesday night Newcastle Liverpool. So there's lots of games to keep you going interested this week. I want to get back playing FIFA, to be honest. I think Liverpool will run away with the league anyway. Shout out CHT for spending a lot of time with his family this year. He wishes he was watching the game with you, even if he was outside, says George Holt. Okay, thank you. What footballer did you pretend to be when you was a kid, says Matthew Larney. Me. I was always me because I'm just arrogant. Who would win Arsenal or Real Madrid? And who ate more pies, Frank or the fridge, says Amy Assey. Good cross here. Good cross into the box. And, Arsenal have been a bit of a threat. I don't want to take it away completely. They've been a bit of a threat. It's a bit like... This reminds me of Burnley playing Man United. Yes, Man United should win. Chelsea. Penalty! And it's a penalty to Arsenal! Well, Burnley have got a penalty here. This could keep them up. This is a chance. These 3 points could keep them up. And the reality is... It's 2 fullbacks, I think, Tierney into the box. Reece James catches him. It's clumsy. And it's a penalty to Arsenal. And, well, this puts a cat amongst the pigeons. Reece James is a player I do like, but they've got a penalty. And as I was just saying, it's a little bit like Man United playing Burnley. Arsenal are Burnley, Chelsea are Manchester United. Manchester United should be winning this game. But you never know. The underdog can pull something off. Well, they've got a chance here. It might be their only chance. VAR takes a look at it. Is he already going down? Is he diving before the connection? I think it still will be a penalty. I don't think it should be a penalty. I think he's going down before it. But he will give it. He's giving it. They're not going to change their mind. I think it's a little bit harsh, that. Lacazette makes it 1-0. It's a bit of a funny one, that, because he actually dives before the penalty, before the contact. But I suppose it's like, well, there is. He dives, but then after he dives, he does get fouled. Yeah, we'll give it. It's a difficult one. But it's 1-0 to Arsenal. I think in the context of the game, it's probably better that Arsenal score first anyway. Lee Fitzpatrick says Chelsea aren't going to win anything with Reece James, Mount or Tammy Abraham. Well, they're 1-0 down here to they're 1-0 down to a relegation side. But Chelsea need to kick up the arse anyway. Can they get back into it? Long way to go. We are back, says Zayn Miassi. Lacazette with the goal. Arsenal with a bit of confidence now. They have, I must admit, analytically looking at the game, they have caused Chelsea a lot of problems down that right-hand side. Reece James, etc. Spot on, Mark. Arsenal fan here. Penalty was soft, but Arsenal deserves some good luck. Merry Christmas to you and your family, says David Nariello. But you know what? I wouldn't mind Arsenal getting something today, because I think it would make a mockery of the idiotic Arteta out fans who are just doing it because they like the sound of their own voice. And for me, Arsenal's failure has always been because of their player quality. So it would be quite funny if Arsenal did get something today, because it would absolutely nullify the nonsense of these Arteta outers. But there's a long way to go. A long way to go, yeah. Mark, I think we should sack Jurgen Klopp, says Mike. Okay. Hi, Mark. What position should United go for after a new centre-back and CDM? Yeah, I think United's journey is one that's mapped out through improvement, isn't it? I don't want to spend too much time talking about United when we're watching a totally different game, but the reality is that when it comes to Manchester United, I think that Ollie in is a very firm that he's the right man. Ollie out is a very firm that he's not the man. And then you've got people like me who are Ollie doubters who want him to be the right man, but never see any consistency to make me think, yes, he definitely is. I mean, I thought the Leeds game was a great game to watch, but Leeds play like that. You can't take a lot out of a Leeds game because they play so differently to everyone else. I thought the Everton game was really impressive because we played with a quick centre-back and we pressed high, and that's how I want us to play. We played today, we changed our midfield pivot. We put Lindelof at right back, Dan James at right wing, and you think, here we go, Ollie again, Tinkerman. And he changes things around so much. We need Arsenal to win so Chelsea don't jump us, says Marketing James. And please share the video if you're watching. It'd be nice to get up to 8,000 watching. We've got 7,600, which is fantastic. Zuma's just gone down injured here. Tell me what you got for Christmas if you want. Yeah, I'm interested. I am a bit quiet today. I'm just going to knock it up a bit. I don't know why it's gone down. I am a bit quiet today, so I should be a bit louder now. That penalty would be their goal of the month, says Rex Salazar. Have they actually? How many are? Well, you know what? I do laugh at these things, but you may be onto something with Arsenal. They don't score a lot of goals, do they? But I think they have scored more than that this season. December results. No, they did score. They did score against Arsenal. They did score against Everton, and they did score against Southampton as well. I got a nice pair of shoes and a cool hoodie, says Bruno's fan. My dad got a Les Paul guitar for Christmas, says Alex Glass. Nice. It's better than a Les Dennis one. Clothes from Boohoo Man, says LCFC. I got a PS5, says Bailey Whitlock. I'd be interested to know whether the PS5 hype is worth it, being as there's not that many games on it. But I suppose you only need one game. One good game. Good game, good game. Haunted Radio says, still feeling down about the result. Mate, I think if it wasn't Boxing Day and I'd not had a lot to drink, I'd probably be more disappointed than I am. I couldn't believe that Vardy replay. I've seen it on Goldbridge World, the little clip, and just gutted. Absolutely gutted. Arsenal winning, what the hell? 2020, yeah. Bruno's fan also got a new gaming chair and a nice rug. Rugs always make me think of something else. I didn't get anything, says Jaden. And why? Yeah, well, he probably were naughty. Here they come down that right-hand side again with Kieran Tierney. And Chelsea really are struggling here at the moment. They're not... I would say the way the game's going at the moment, Arsenal deserve it. I'm a bit disappointed with United, actually. I thought we were playing on Monday night. I didn't realise we were playing on Tuesday. It's not really much of a Christmas schedule, is it? Like, oh, we've got to play on Tuesday. It's only the same as playing Saturday, Tuesday. That happens a lot. Akanch with a very good point. He says Chelsea are not playing well, even though they've bought lots of players. And we're only 5 minutes away from half time. Oh, it's time for a stretch for me. I'm not Scottish, no. I don't sound Scottish either. Alice Lowe says, who would have thought you could buy too many players? Well, I think I did say it, Ellis, to be fair. I did say it. I said, you know, I think Chelsea bought too many players. And as a fan, you can never think you've bought too many players. And I would never have complained by Chelsea's transfer window. But if it was that easy, everyone would do it. Well, they wouldn't because they haven't got the money. But I think there definitely is a thing of having too many players. Sahil says, what do you think about Saka? I think he'll suit us more than Sancho, to be honest. Still young, but I can see talent. Player with United kind of mentality. Well, he won't be coming to United but because he's signed a new contract. But I do like him, Saka. I've said it for a long time. I remember him playing against United about a year ago. Well, it was over a year ago now. It was autumn last year. Very impressed with him. I think he's a good player. Arsenal are doing well here. Do you think the formation change has helped Arsenal as well? Back four, they look a lot more comfortable. Well, risky by El Neni, but it worked. El Nini. Chelsea looking rubbish. Says Coco's revenge. And Saka and Martinelli showing Rashford and Martial how it's done. Says Amy Asset. When they've got over the amount of goals that they've got, come and talk. Martial and Rashford's goals to game record is pretty good, to be fair. And assists to game record. This ain't over for Arsenal yet anyway. I can't see an Arsenal win here. I really can't. Edward says, what's your thoughts on Lacazette replacing Rashford? I'd rather have a cassette player than Lacazette. I don't rate Lacazette. I just think he's a bang average striker. I don't think there's anything exceptional about him at all. Zane is just Piers Morgan, says Red Baron. I thought Fred was excellent today. Oh my God. Xhaka. What a hit. What a hit by Xhaka that is. I tell you what, that is an absolute... I've got to stand up and say... Well, I'm not going to stand up. It's Arsenal. But what a hit by Xhaka. What a hit by Xhaka. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Left foot. Bang. I don't know whether the keeper should get that though. It's not in the top corner. I'm not sure. It's a good free kick. Nah, it's always hard. It's hard because it's not on the keeper's side. Nah, it's a good free kick. I'm not blaming the keeper there. He's close to it. I don't know. Is any keepers out there think he should be getting that? I think it's a good free kick. It's not right in the top corner though. 2-0 London is red. Come on, says Zayn Miassi. Well, it's an interesting one because Arsenal 2-0 up here. Chelsea again. You know, why is Lampard not under pressure? Why is Lampard never under pressure? Well, I'll tell you what. You wouldn't fancy Arsenal dropping points here, would you? David Lee says, I think the keeper should have saved it. What percentage club are you on the Casida deal? Says Callum Stock. Looks good. I'll do a video on it in the morning. Lampard is English, that's why, says Red Baron. I think, well, I'm going to talk about it. Well, we're nearly at half-time now. It is half-time now, so let me just stop the clock. You know, I've been known to sort of give quite an impassioned opinion in relation to Arteta, and I definitely want to give it here. I think the reality is I've seen quite a few Arsenal games this season. I've seen a few Chelsea, Liverpool. You do tend to watch the top six a lot, especially when we're doing the watch-alongs on this channel. I've seen a lot of Arsenal this season. I've seen people like Bellerin get a lot of stick. I've seen people like Xhaka get a lot of stick. I've seen it a lot. And what I've seen today is the binning of the back five, which you've got to say is on Arteta. But they've gone to a back four. They look a lot more comfortable as a team. They do not have the individual talent that Chelsea have. But what they do have is a system that they're all working to, and they understand each other's roles. And they've definitely looked to exploit with the attacking fullbacks. And Chelsea have struggled, especially down the left-hand side. Arsenal have been a team today, whereas Chelsea have been a team of individuals. And that is a credit to Arteta, because I feel that they don't have the quality of players that Chelsea have got, like I say, but they do have a fluidity and a system that is working for them. This, to me, exposes the fact that he isn't a bad coach, and it also exposes the fact that some of their fans who are very vocal about get rid of Arteta, they wouldn't know tactics if it bit them on their arse. I mean, the reality is Arsenal struggle because they don't have a very good set of players. And I said it just before the penalty that Arsenal, you know, they remind me a bit of a Burnley against Chelsea, because that's where Arsenal are. They're down near the bottom of the league, and that's where they are. And you'd expect Chelsea to win this game, but it doesn't mean that Burnley can't beat Chelsea, and it doesn't mean that Arsenal can't beat Chelsea. Of course, Arsenal versus Chelsea is a big game. I'm not taking that away, but you've got to look at where Arsenal are at the moment. They are where they deserve to be. They're right down near the bottom, and I think a lot of that's down to their players. And how funny is it that there's no Aubameyang, there's no Pepe, and yet Arsenal are winning and deserve to be winning 2-0. Sometimes getting rid of... And look, Chelsea are suffering with this. You're a football team. And there is no doubt in my mind that, you know, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd watch that today and go, bing! You know, maybe it's not the manager. Maybe it is the players. Because no David Luiz, no Willian, no Aubameyang, no Pepe. And Arsenal look better than I've seen them in weeks. It doesn't make any sense because they're not. They're better. They've got a lot of their better players missing. But they're playing in a system, playing for each other. And that is a very, very powerful thing. So, look. If you are an Arsenal fan, I know I've been here as a Manchester United fan. Real New Money says Arsenal are getting lucky because Chelsea are bending over. Well, we'll talk about Chelsea in a moment, but if you are an Arsenal fan, I know a lot of Arsenal fans who are very level-headed and they know what the problem is, and they want it to be the manager because then they think you can get a new manager in next week and everything will change. We used to be like this at United. Change the manager and everything will win the title next year. Arsenal aren't going to win the title for... I wouldn't like to say 5 years because things can change quickly, but you're not winning it this year, you're not winning it next year, and probably not the year after that. And you could even say top four. Arsenal's best chance is to rebuild and rebuild properly. And I don't not think that Arteta's the right man. He's young, it's his first proper job, he knows the club, he knows the Premier League, he's the right sort of a coach. Arsenal just need to be patient and back their manager. I hope that they do go and get this result now, because I think they deserve the result. I never thought I'd say that about Arsenal, but I hope they get the result because I think they deserve the result. And I think it will absolutely sit down some clowns in their fan base who, drag that club down in some ways with bullshit. And look, people will say, well, you do it with Ollie. Well, hold on a minute. I don't want Ollie to get the sack. And he's been in here for over 2 years now. Arteta's only just been there a year and they want him gone. Like, there's a very big difference between wanting Solskjaer to be sacked and wanting Arteta to be sacked. And I don't want Solskjaer to be sacked. But Arteta won them the FA Cup in the summer. And the reason I'm quite vocal about Arteta is because I've had it rammed down my throat about Arteta. This man's the next big thing. He's won us a trophy. And then they have a few bad results and they're after the manager again. The only reason Ollie and Frank are doing better is because they have rich owners. Those two and Mikel, all rubbish managers, says Zane Miassi. Well, Zane is actually Arteta out. As for Chelsea, and actually Joe Barron, no, DT is actually, as far as I know, sticks up for Arteta. So I'm not talking about him. As for Chelsea... It's a weird one for me because I actually have always been quite complimentary about Frank Lampard, and maybe I don't watch Chelsea every week, so maybe this is where I go wrong. But I remember Lampard coming to Old Trafford with Derby, and I like the way they play football. I think Chelsea have lost their way this season. I watched them a lot last year, and I felt that they missed a striker, and they were a bit defensively weak, but they had a way of playing. The worst thing I could say about about Chelsea is, I watch them now, I think they're worse than last season as a footballing side. I don't see the fluidity. I don't see the patterns of play. I don't see the team. I see issues with Chelsea because it's the chemistry. Someone said it in the first half. Their chemistry rating has dropped. If they were an ultimate team side, their chemistry last year I felt was probably over 90. They just weren't defending particularly well. This year I just don't see it. I think they've got too many new players. And I think it's cost them their identity. And, that's always a bad thing for Lampard. It's a double issue. One, the results are bad. Two, you've been backed. And three, you've had too much backing in many ways. So, look, Ziyech will make them a good player. But, look, are Chelsea fans really the sort of club where they say, when we get Ziyech back, we're fine? Mate, lads and ladies, you've had loads of players. People would love to have had the summer you've had. You can't just say that one of your many signings is the reason that you're not doing well. You've got loads of players, and you've got lots of players that have already been at that club. There's something not right with Chelsea. Mark, Arsenal has a better defence than us. If you look at the stats, referring to the stats, of course we scored more, but still worried for us. Mate, Man United's defence is crap. I'm not going to defend them when they can't defend themselves. Chelsea are the threat to United, Mark. Are you actually supporting Arsenal for once, or are they still prats, says the sober Irishman? I'm not really supporting either of these teams. If Chelsea come back and win 3-2, I'll be like, wow, I've just watched a really good game of football. So I don't really have a preference for who's going to win. I'm not bothered about this whole, we need Chelsea to lose so we stay above them in the league. I'm not really at that stage with United. We will finish where we deserve to finish. I don't really feel like looking at other people's results and hoping for it. If it happens, it happens. But at the moment, I would say Arsenal deserve to win this game. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Lots and lots of content on this channel for you, and everybody is welcome. Do you think Liverpool are going to run away with the title, says Angus Court? I think that I don't see any. I think this could be any. I don't see anyone's got the consistency to go with Liverpool. I really don't. They're in the groove. They know what to do. We're still the third biggest club by trophies. We should be doing what Chelsea do to be ruthless and sack managers when they do rubbish, says Zane Miassi. No, I disagree, Zane. What you should do if you want to be like Chelsea and be a big club again is you should get rid of players that aren't good enough and bring in better players. You're not going to be a very good football club, no matter who your manager is, if you keep sticking with the shit that you've got. I personally don't think Lacazette's good enough. I don't think Pepe is going to be good enough for you. I like Pepe, but I don't think he's going to do it for Arsenal. I think he needs a move. David Luiz, there's loads of players in that team you need to get rid of. In my opinion. Chelsea have been crap, says KJ Rodriguez. In the context of the game, I thought the penalty was a bit funny. He did connect with him, but he'd almost dived before the connection. So I suppose technically it is a penalty. The free kick is a good free kick. Maybe the keeper could get near it, but I think it's one of those. He's hit it well enough that he'd want a goal from it. So, yeah, I think that the most disappointing thing from a Chelsea point of view is where's your chances? I can't think of a good chance. Mason Mount hit a free kick that hit the outside of the post, but apart from that, I can't see anything. So, yeah, I think Chelsea totally deserve it, and it would make me laugh. It would make me laugh because I think I've been in this position as a United fan a few times, unfortunately, speaking from experience here. I think there's definitely a case of going too soon on a manager. And some of these Muppets have gone too soon on Arteta. I saw it. This is why I started saying saying it on this channel a lot. I think that I feel sorry for Arteta to a certain extent because he's won him a trophy, which is very hard to win a trophy with that Arsenal team. You know, I know Arsenal fans think you should be winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, but you don't do that. You know, you haven't won one of them ever. And an FA Cup for Arsenal, I mean, that's the equivalent of Burnley winning an FA Cup. He should get a bloody statue for that. So I think Arteta has actually done very well in the year he's been there. But some Arsenal fans are very, very shallow. And they change their opinion like the weather. And all this Arteta movement, Arteta out movement, I think the club have handled it really well so far because they're just like, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. And it frustrates those Muppets. But the reality is they are acting like Muppets. They're acting like people. They should know their club better than I do. Arsenal fans should know their club better than I do. And yet I can observe their club and say, well, he's not the problem. The manager's not the problem. So it'd be really funny if Arteta wins Chelsea against Chelsea today because he'll live off that one for a few weeks. And they won't get rid of their manager. And yet they've already publicly put their name, you know, whether it's a tweet or it's a YouTube or whoever it is. There's plenty of these Arsenal fans who've opened their gob and said, Arteta out, Arteta out. Well, where are you going to go with that now? You can't change from that. What are you going to do about that now? It's like the people who publicly went Ollie out last month and everything like that. Where are you going to go with that now? You know, where are you going to go with that? Ollie doubt, Arteta doubt, but Arteta out or Ollie out, where are you going with that? Because, you know, you look an idiot if you come back. You know, you know what it is? You know what it is, Robbie? He's changed the system. He's changed the system. That's all he needed to do. And if I'm Robbie, I'm going, well, hold on a minute. When you were saying Arteta out, you weren't saying he just needs to change the system. You were saying he's Tony Pulis, Spanish Tony Pulis, you know. So if Arsenal win, it would be hilarious because that's another good result for him. And where do you go from that? And I tell you what will be even more funny if Arteta wins. If he wins it without Obama who? Obama what? You know, that'll be even funnier if he wins this game without Aubameyang because it's like, the player that's meant to be Mr. Arsenal and you go and get your best result of the season without him, without Pepe, without David Luiz. So it'd be hilarious if Arsenal go on to win. Having said that, 2-0 is a very, very dangerous score in football. I wouldn't rule out Arsenal bottling this. And you know what? Arsenal are a team that have bottled a lot of results this season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did. We'll have to wait and see. But 2-0 is a dangerous score because you get 2-1, it can become 2-2 very, very quickly. I don't think Arsenal will lose this game. I do not think they'll lose it, but I think that they've got to be careful because Chelsea cannot be any worse in that second half. Surely not. We'll see. Red Baron says, I'm guilty of it with Ollie out. I knew I would be a short-term fix, but I'm human and I understand the people that are reactionaries. They want it to be a simple fix, says Red Baron. Pulisic or Werner. I still think Werner's a good footballer, but you've got to be careful. You know, look, I can say the same about Pepe. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, get involved. I like Pepe. I think Pepe's a good player. I just don't think it's going to work out for him at Arsenal. I might do Rangers versus Celtic next Saturday lunchtime as a watch-along. Who fancies a bit of that? People have always asked me to do that. I might do that. I like Werner. I do like Werner. Jurgen Klopp likes Werner. I like Werner. A lot of people like Werner. I would love Werner at Man United. I would take Werner at Man United now. I still don't think he's a bad player just because it's not working out for him at Chelsea. I still think he's a good player. So, but it's not working out for him at Chelsea. I don't know why. Zane says, legends never die. Come on, Arsenal. And what happened to Havertz? Says Bum. He's sitting on the bench at the moment. Do you rate Antonio? Says Ant-Man. I really do rate Antonio at West Ham. I think he's. I think he makes. I watched West Ham play Chelsea. I mean, look. Am I surprised Chelsea are losing? I don't think Chelsea surprised me that much anymore. They are quite inconsistent. And also, I think that when it comes to Chelsea, Jorginho's coming on here. And I think Hudson-Odoi's coming on here as well. So it's a double change, which is a big statement to make for Frank Lampard. But I think if West Ham had had a striker the other night, they might have got something out of Chelsea. I think Chelsea beat West Ham the other night because Chelsea have got the better squad. West Ham, I think if Antonio had played against United, West Ham would have beat us as well. You know, they just didn't have it. So he's taken off Kovacic and Werner. I mean, I'm a big fan of Kovacic. I mean, is that good coaching? I don't know, Chelsea fans. What do you think? The interesting thing about Chelsea is I've got no idea how it works at Chelsea in relation to sacking their manager, because we've seen with Chelsea so many times that they will be ruthless. I thought the sacking of Ancelotti was a massive mistake, but they've got lots of form for doing that. Now, I spoke to a Chelsea fan 6 months ago and they said it's very different with Lampard. Abramovich loves Lampard, he won't sack him, but telling you now, Mourinho, Ranieri, Ancelotti, Conte, Sarri, if they were manager of Chelsea now, after all the money that's been spent in the summer, and he lost this game, I'll be very worried about my job. I'm not saying that Lampard needs to be worried about his job, but I don't know what the Chelsea have almost reinvented themselves really, because if Lampard's probably going to get more patience than any manager they've ever had. Chelsea boy says we might sack him, but Chelsea have scored more goals than anyone else in the second half this season. There you go. Anyone watching the NBA tonight? Is there any NBA tonight? Cricket tonight as well. Australia was good yesterday. We don't like cricket. Oh no. We love it. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We're on 276,482. We're 18 away from 276,500. Bottom right hand corner. It's free to do. Everyone's welcome on this channel. We do a lot of watch-alongs like this. And I've got my FIFA career mode coming up as well. On Ultimate, that's going to be so much fun. Lovely. Wow, what a cross. What a cross. And Bellerin, I'll tell you what, he's had a cracking game. We don't like cricket. Why did we have to bottle that, says Abdul Akhtar. Another super chat coming in from Mustang Motive. It's always nice to see a championship side beat a Premier League side. True underdog story in the making here. FA Cup has loads of surprises. It's like a Christmas miracle, Mustang. But can they hold on? Can Arsenal hold on here? Lampard's made a change. He's gone with Jorginho on for Kovacic, and he's got Werner off for Hudson-Odoi. Hold on a minute. The dishwasher in the next room is bleeping, so I'm just going to go and open the door. I'm still here. Don't need to worry about it. You'll still be able to hear me. We don't like cricket. No, no. We love it. just cold turkey, chips, ham, baked beans, a few sausage rolls warmed up. Make them fresh if you want. Yeah, don't go to too much trouble though. Right, I'm back. Shamboom, motherfuckers. Christmas time. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Hey, here's a question for you. Here is a question for you. When is it... this is a question for our time. When should you stop singing Christmas songs? When should the radio stop playing Christmas songs? Because my radio has got it on tonight. And I thought everyone stopped after Christmas Day. Hope you had a good Christmas, says PJ Pennington. I've eaten way too much. Hope you had one too, mate. It's always a bit sad when Christmas is over, because I think Christmas Day is always just feels very different to me. I think my highlight of Christmas Day was me owning Gary Barlow. If you know, you know. On my Twitter, Instagram yesterday morning, I took a picture of myself next to my piano with a glass of Bucks Fizz, and Gary Barlow did one next to his piano, and I got more likes. So I owned Barlow on Christmas Day. Are you going to do Brighton versus Arsenal watch-along on Monday, says Shiva. It's not on Monday, though, is it? It's on Tuesday. Which has me confused. I really thought Man United were playing on Monday, but obviously not. It's Tuesday. Gary Barlow, take that. Can Chelsea get a goal here? I think it's going to be an interesting second half. Very. Dennis O'Connell. I'd rather watch Home Alone 3 than watch Liverpool against West Brom at Anfield. I mean, it's just the most... The only people who want to watch that is a Liverpool fan. Mark, you might have answered this, but what do you think of Ricky calling Fred awful today and thinking McTominay was better than him? I just think it's incorrect, Sam. I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree with that. I don't know whether I'm going to do a watch along tomorrow. I'll see how it goes. I've not decided. But this is a bad result for Chelsea. If they don't get a draw out of this from this position, it's a bad result. I mean, they could win it. I doubt it. Don't think they can win it, but they cannot be looking to drop points here. Edward says, what's your mince pie recipe? Well, you need a £5 from your wallet, some petrol for your car, and drive to the local co-op and buy them. That's basically what I buy my mince pies strategy. Yeah. Harry Boss says, what do you think of Haller? I thought he said, what do you think of Hitler there? I was like, oh my God. He's a shit, by the way. He's worse than a shit. He's just vile. I don't think there's a word. Martinelli's gone down. He's hurt his back. That's probably from Zayn riding him for the last 2 years. I don't mean like in that way. I mean just he's always on his back telling everyone how great he is. New season career mode will start on Monday, James. Yeah, Monday afternoon. God, it's proper fizzy that. Werner is a BTEC Podolski, says Amiasi, and Martinelli is actually going to come off here, I think. Oh, no, he's not. Rashi should be spanked for not scoring that sitter, says Jenks. Hi Mark, I started supporting United in 2009, so never got a chance to see Ollie play. How good was he actually? Any similar player in the current setup? Says the experienced noob. I mean, Solskjaer was just a brilliant finisher. I can't really think of a player that's like Solskjaer in the modern game. Thiago, I'm drinking ginger beer. Crabbies. Who's a player that's like Solskjaer in the modern game? I don't know. He's a very, very good finisher. I don't think there really is a player like Solskjaer. I mean, I know exactly what sort of player he was, but I can't think of a player that was like him. Mason Greenwood. You know what? As stupid as that sounds, Mason Greenwood's not dissimilar to the way Solskjaer could finish, but Greenwood's got more flair than Solskjaer had. Chikorito's nothing like Solskjaer. Chikorito's controls shit. Like, technically, Solskjaer was quite good, and he could, Chikorito's nothing like him apart from being a super sub. Haaland's nothing like him. Size, pace, totally different. Oh my God! What a goal by Xhaka! That is absolutely class. Absolutely class. I told you I liked this boy. Goldbridge don't say he likes Arsenal players. He don't ever say he likes Arsenal players. 13 months I've said I like the look of this kid. That is fantastic. And if he meant it, it's even better. I don't know whether it's a cross or not, but this is brilliant. He gets it, edge of the box, far right hand side, and he's dipped it over the keeper. I think he's meant it. Is it a cross? Is it a shot? It's hard to tell. Benefit of the doubt? No, he's tried to cross that. I think that's a cross. I think it's a cross. You can tell it's a cross because he looks before he puts it across. But look, it's a good goal. I don't think he meant it though. It's definitely a cross. He didn't mean it. And not in my opinion. Look, if he means it, I like the player anyway. But to me, he has a look up. And you can tell by his body language that he knows he's fucked the cross up. And then it goes in. But this is terrible for Chelsea. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's a goal. This is absolutely terrible for Chelsea. Hey, Mark. Bruno or Cristiano do you rate more? Says Thomas. Oh, come on, Thomas. Bruno's nowhere near as good as Cristiano. This is a shambles for Chelsea. And at what point do you start to question Lampard? Let me just tell you what's happened in the league. Last year, they finished fourth, but they lost 12 games. This year, they've lost 4 out of 15. It's not good for Chelsea, and they're down to 6th. They could be 9 points off the top when Liverpool win tomorrow, not if. And they could finish the weekend in 8th. Not good. Not good for Chelsea at all. Really not good. Hi Mark, would you consider doing a Christmas song next year to challenge Lad Baby's number 1? Says Elia Isa. You know what? I think that Lad Baby song is absolutely shite. Say it how it is. I know it's for a great cause, but I've heard it a few times. I didn't even know it was number 1 till yesterday. Every time it comes on the radio, I turn it off. It just pisses me off. But it's for a great cause, and well done for getting number 1. I don't have to like a song just because it's for charity. I'm not going to make myself pretend something. Lindelof class centre-back on the ball. We saw that with his assists last few games. If we sign a new centre-back, Maguire will end up in favour because of the price tag. Yeah, Maguire's going nowhere in that team. Arsenal have gone up to 14th with their goal difference. Can't go any higher. Mason Mount. Ooh. I just think it's absolutely huge for Arteta. You know what it is for Arteta? It's a big up yours to all those fans that don't back him. Doesn't even need Aubameyang. Doesn't need Pepe. Doesn't need Willian. Doesn't need David Luiz. This will give them the confidence to beat Brighton next week. So then it's 2 wins on the bounce. This Chelsea game could be a start of the Arsenal revival, says the sober Irishman. And Christmas song theme chart show coming. Also, Merry Christmas to you and yours, mate, says Joe Watts. Thank you very much, mate. Arsenal's next few games. Well, I always like to look at everybody's next few games who are playing. So Arsenal's next few games, they've got Brighton on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Not really a relegation header now because they'll be moving through that. And then they've got West Brom on Saturday the 2nd. So they would look to be winning their next couple of games, Arsenal. There could be 3 wins on the bounce if they do it right. Some winnable games for them. As for Chelsea, I don't think it gets any easier for Chelsea. I'm pretty sure Chelsea have got City to play soon. They've got Villa on Monday night at 5:30. I might do a watch along for that. And then they've got Man City on Sunday the 3rd of January. So we'll definitely do a watch along for that one. So Chelsea, you know, it could be Lampard who's looking at the exit here. I mean, to be honest with you, if things went really badly for Chelsea, I mean, this would have to go really bad. If Arsenal win this, no, they're still 8 points off Chelsea. Forget that. It'll take them a long time to catch Chelsea. Yeah, I'm going to do a watch along for our Chelsea versus Villa on Monday night. I think that'd be a good one to do because Villa Man United have got Villa after that on Friday next week, so on New Year's Day. So yeah, I'm going to do Chelsea Arsenal as a watch along here on Monday night. So that'll be a good one to do. There's no 8 p.m. show on the United Stand tonight, Anathan. No, it's Boxing Day, isn't it? So I've done 2 watch alongs today. It's still considered to be Christmas, isn't it? So I'm not going to sit and do an 8 o'clock show. And also, I've not really got anything to add. I'm disappointed. Don't really want to talk about. I don't really want to talk about it. I said everything I wanted to say in my match reaction. So I'll leave it. This is an embarrassing loss for Chelsea, yes. Very embarrassing. They'd expect better, but it's not going to happen. Still half an hour to go, though. With Arsenal's defence, you never know. Another super chat coming in. Celtic or Rangers, says Ethan Galvin. Well, I'm thinking about doing a Celtic Rangers watch along actually next Saturday, so midday. And here's Tierney coming on that left-hand side. Cut back. It could be 4. Oh, Mendy makes the save. It should have been 4. Martinelli. Well, Zane, I don't know what you're on about this Martinelli. He's missed a couple of chances as far as I'm concerned. Will you watch Wolves versus Spurs? No. There's some games I just will not watch. I will not watch Wolves versus Spurs. Fucking God, no. Wolves park the bus. Spurs park the bus. No. I'm going to do the 8 o'clock show tomorrow night with Kevin, Beth and Ricky. I'm not doing that. I'll have it on whilst I'm watching while I'm doing the 8 o'clock show, but it's not one of those I'm going to not do the 8 o'clock show for. Why is Sam's getting the spotlight instead of Mason? Said Adagio Bancoli. Thanks for the super chats. You can do that through the $sign. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're actually fast approaching 277, which we might even do it tonight. We're actually currently on 276 700. So please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner to do that. Rangers are 16 points clear, says Dane Grayson. Ooh, yeah, well, yeah, but it's an event. Rangers Celtic. All the comments were filled by Chelsea fans today, yelling how they'll go second above us when they win. This is nice. German James Charles flop of the season, says Barry Haynes. You know what? Can I just say, you can go back and check what I said at the start of this stream. I could not see how Arsenal got anything from this game. I couldn't. I really couldn't. You look at the team, it looked like he was resting players for Brighton, Arteta. You look at that Chelsea side, it's got so much more talent in it. And they've thoroughly deserved to win, Arsenal. So I think you've got to applaud Arteta there, because it's got to be tactics. To beat this Chelsea side with the team that he's put out and the players that are missing, it's got to be tactics. It could be 4-0 here. Lovely ball by Lacazette. Xhaka. Have they wasted it? He goes for a shot. They're all over the place at the back. Chelsea here. All over the place. Mark just got here. Never expected this scoreline, says Daniel Luciano. Makes our result a little less painful. Possibly for you to do a quick update on what's happened. Well, I mean, look. Penalty, first goal for Arsenal. Second goal, a free kick. Third goal, probably a cross that went. He didn't mean that went in. You know, on a different day, this is probably 0-0 or 1-0 to Arsenal, but it's not. It's 3-0. You can't knock Arsenal for that, and I think that it's only probably only what Arsenal deserve. Do you think Villa can be a top team soon, says Reddit, and buy Alaba in January or Upamecano in the summer, says Adil? I want a centre-back in January. I do not think forget titles. I don't think Man United can win trophies without a centre-back in January. So could be 4s and 5s when Aubameyang gets on if that Chelsea defence keep letting them in, says the sober Irishman. Yeah, this game's gone for Chelsea, isn't it? 20 minutes gone, you just can't see them getting back into it. 3-0 down? I don't see it. I mean, the thing about Chelsea is, and I've got to give it Arsenal their credit here, is that they've not even had chances. Do you think Van der Beek will ever be a firm starter under Ali? Keep up the hard work, says Spaceship 132. No, mate. No, I don't see it, to be honest. I just don't think he's going to use Van der Beek. I think Arsenal have defended well. 3-1-3 Chassé. Yes, I do. The Van der Beek thing is weird. I think if Van der Beek was at Real Madrid, he'd probably be playing games, and yet he comes to Manchester United, and we've been pretty shit for 7 years, and he can't even get on the even get off the bench now. He won't play against Wolves either. So I don't know. I just don't know. Pepe's going to come on for Arsenal. 20 minutes to go. Do I think it's a fair scoreline, says Elims? I mean, well, it is a fair scoreline because Arsenal haven't done anything wrong in that. Penalty was given, free kick was a good free kick, and in football, sometimes, I don't think Xhaka meant it. If he meant it, brilliant. If he didn't mean it, sometimes those things happen. The reality is, Chelsea can say, oh, we were a bit unlucky, but have you had a penalty opportunity? Have you had a cross shot that's gone in? No. So Martinelli comes off for Pepe. I think Arsenal totally deserve to be winning 3-0. And Chelsea have been really poor. And I would be worried if I was a Chelsea fan because I'd be like, where has this performance come from? We've got Thiago Silva on the pitch. We've got the goalkeeper. We've got a left back. Werner's come in, he's gone off. Havertz, £80 million sat on the bench. It's weird what's going on at Chelsea is all I would say. I don't really understand it, but such is life. They have they've got problems at Chelsea, and they're gonna, it's not easy, is it? And it's interesting what Fabrizio Romano has just said. People around the club have always said we're with Mikel Arteta. He's not under pressure. He's the future. Also, when they spoke to agents planning the transfer window, they always mentioned Arteta as part of their project. So they don't see that as part of the exit strategy. Mark, how would you offload Maguire and what team should be playing for if not Manchester United, says Daniel Rodriguez. You're never going to offload Harry Maguire at Manchester United. When you spend £80 million on a player who doesn't perform, you're not going to get rid of him anytime soon. You're going to have to stick with it. Because, who's going to, you're not going to, no one would pay money for Harry Maguire at the moment. So Havertz is coming on for Chelsea. Mark, Hugh Jaws music. Arsenal are coming for United, only 10 points behind. The Shark is back. We've got a game in hand on you, mate. Are you 10 points behind United? 17 points, yeah. But we have got a game in hand. Zane, never say never. 10 points can be overturned. But Arsenal won't finish top 6. You won't. I like this comment from Sin Games. He says, Chelsea have got too many quality players at the same time. They're not playing team football, each trying to impress. Exactly. They lack chemistry. Pure and simple, they lack chemistry. And it's Kante coming off. Stephen Clark says it's a great result, great performance and result for Arsenal so far. I don't think it's going to change, mate. You got 20 minutes to go. Totally and utterly deserved. And Chelsea would have looked at this and fancied 3 points. And again, they're dropping. It must be hard to be a Chelsea fan. I mean, it's hard being a United fan at times, but consistency is a word that Chelsea really struggle with as well. Can they get a goal? Lampard out, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. Just like Pepe, Maguire is a good player, says Marketing James. The funny thing is, if I was a United fan and I said to Arsenal fans, would you swap Maguire for Pepe? Would you do it? Would I swap Maguire for Pepe? Combined value of 150 million quid. And we'd argue about who gets who. Would I swap Maguire for Pepe? I think it'd be a massive risk. We need a right winger, and I don't really rate I don't really rate Maguire, but I don't think so. They'd really need a centre back. I don't think they'd want him either. So, Arsenal fans are deluded, thinking they will catch United, says Rodney. Thoughts on Villa this season, says Harrison. Going to be honest, very impressed by Villa. Results-wise, actually watching them, not really watched them this season. I've probably seen them once or twice. So I'm going to do a watch-along on Monday night. Villa against Chelsea at 5:30. Looking forward to it because I think Villa deserves some credit, and I think it's going to be a tough game for Chelsea on Monday night. Do you think you have to be a bit of a sociopath to be a great manager, as you won't have loyalties towards players and always make the best decisions, says Red Baron? I don't know. I think some managers do try and keep their players happy. Hard, but they do. That Ricky, I can't wait to watch Ricky's fan cam. Everyone's just telling me it's really bad, and he must have so many dislikes on it because it's. I'm going to listen to Ricky's fan cam after this. I'm sure me and a few thousand watching this are going as well. Hadn't watched it. Apparently it's bad. I mean, I will be on the show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with Ricky on the 8 o'clock show, so I will bring it up to him, but I need to see it first. And to be honest with you, I just did my watch along for the United game, did my match reaction, and then just made myself a big turkey sandwich and some crisps, and sat and watched Wallace and Gromit and tried to think not about football till this one came on. But I will watch it because it's had so many dislikes. I mean, it must be something quite controversial. George Kyle says he's spot on, Ricky. Well, I'm interested to see what he's got to say. As Harath Kamath Fitness says, I don't mind this result for Arsenal. They beat United and we know what happens. New Year laughs are coming, people. And Mark, you back Arteta more than you back Ollie. Will you have Arteta over Ollie then? I wish you praise and back Ollie for once, just once, as Yazza said. Mate, you don't watch the United stand. You don't listen to what I say on the United stand. It's 4-0 to... no, it's not. I just saw Lacazette running away. They're just re-showing the goals. Is our defence worse than Arsenal's, Mark, says Oscar Woods. On this performance, it is. But, going back to what somebody said there. You don't listen to me. I've never said Ollie out since we brought Bruno in, which is nearly a year ago. So I'm Ollie'd out. I'm not Ollie out. I have my doubts that he's the man to take us back to where we need to be, but I'm happy for him to have the rest of the season and see where we are. That's where I am with it. So I can't be more real than that. That's just how I feel. I can't lie. Does Ty get a lot of dislikes on AFTV? I like Ty, to be fair. It's hard. It's hard being a Chelsea fan, isn't it? Well, it's hard being a United fan. It's hard being an Arsenal fan. It's hard being most fans at the moment. But it's hard being a Chelsea fan because you spent all that money and you would think, yeah, we're going to be absolutely fine. And then, you know, today's probably more disappointing than drawing with West Brom 3-3, because at least at West Brom, you're 3-0 down and you show a reaction. Like today, you've never shown a reaction. You've never looked like showing a reaction. You know, for all the subs, you know, took Werner off and Kovacic off, arguably been no better in the second half. And that's the thing. That's the worrying thing if you're a Chelsea fan, is that you just don't get anything positive out of it. David Nardiola says, Villa is quite a story. Don't forget that Sheffield United goal that wasn't given because GDS camera didn't work. The point Villa got was significant, says David Nardiola. It was. And I remember Ricky saying on one of the shows he loved Van Gaal's football. Mark, LVG literally made me hate the football we played more than Jose, says Barry Haynes. Look, you know, it fits in nicely with Arsenal, doesn't it? Because I said that these Arsenal fans who've been very vocal about Arteta out, they look like a right bunch of prats because they've jumped too early. This has been very good from Arsenal. And if they get the clean sheet as well, I don't think Arteta could tick enough things. He's got everything right today. A big win, a convincing win, a clean sheet, done it without Aubameyang. You know, it really has shown the potential of Arteta today that he is a coach without the right players. He's got problem players in that squad. He's got not enough good players in that squad. But today he's shown he's a better coach than Lampard. And that's always the danger, isn't it? You go there, you wear your Arteta out t-shirt, you make yourself look like an absolute prat by saying Arteta out. And actually, well, what do you do now? Like Bellerin. A lot of them hate Bellerin. I've got no bias. I think he's been very, very good for them tonight. So loads of things have gone right for Arsenal, and some of their fans have jumped too early on the Arteta out bandwagon. And I think I've been doing United stand, well, obviously been a United fan for decades, but on the United stand, we've probably been doing it 6 years. I've seen 2 managers sacked, Van Gaal, Mourinho, and I went very late with Mourinho. You know, a lot of people went very early. And look, if I'd gone early, I would have been right, but I went very late. It was the West Ham game in the October, and I said, he ain't good enough, he's got to go. 2 months later, he was gone. Even then, he had the Juventus result, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe he's going to turn it around. And the problem is when you actually say manager out, it takes a hell of a lot to come back from that, because it takes a hell of a lot for you to say manager out. Van Gaal, I went very early on Van Gaal. I said it at the Christmas before he was sacked. But I disliked Van Gaal more than Mourinho. I did. I just didn't like him as a coach. I thought he was going to be good. I found him infuriating. But some people think, oh, he was an architect. He wasn't. He was a past it, arrogant, antagonistic, old coach who was past it. I didn't like Van Gaal at all. Aston Villa are quite funny because they have got a game in hand. And if they win that game in hand, they actually go up to joint second. They've got 2 games in hand, actually. But they've got a game in hand on Liverpool at the moment. So Aston Villa is a very, very good game on Monday night. We'll be doing that as a watch-along. They've won today 3-0 against Crystal Palace, who don't look like they're doing very, very well at the moment. But the interesting thing about Villa is that they're just playing very, very well. And, you know, Jack Grealish has been superb for them. And yet last season they were going to get relegated. And I can't really... good shot there by Lacazette. Good save by Mendy. Watkins has made a big difference, but I mean, realistically, it's much the same team as last year, isn't it? You know, there's not a lot of change there. I think having a good striker's helped. I mean, Ross Barkley's gone in, but he's always injured, isn't he? He was injured again today, so just a well-organised team. Hi, Mark. When you hoping to buy a PS5, mate? Says Martin McCullough. I don't know. I think when I can walk into a shop and buy one, I'll get one. If Saka was dead set on going to United, would you want him? Can play at left back and both right wing and left wing. Very young and also lots of potential, says the sober Irishman. I do like him. I don't think it would ever happen. And corner, El Nini hits the post bar. Hits the post bar. Hits the bar. Chelsea are a bloody mess. Good save by Mendy. Another corner. Mark, I'm starting to wonder how many near £80 million players are actually performing to the price tag. Pogba, Pepe, Maguire, Havertz. Says Pumpkin Spice Latte. Well, you raise a good point. I'll raise a glass to that. Mendy, the best keeper in the league. It's a long way down when you start crashing. Mark, we stuffed Chelsea and got outplayed, and you got outplayed by them. If we had a better manager, we would be higher. Just give your manager some credit. Here's Hudson-Odoi. Good defence by Arsenal here. They do not want to give up this clean sheet. Pulisic is a lovely player, but he's just not been able to get into the game. Tammy Abraham. He said, don't listen to Tammy Abraham. He always says, I'm not offside. They're going to go to VAR, Tammy. They're going to go to VAR. He does this all the time. He goes, no, I'm not offside, ref. Like the ref's going to go, don't worry, we're not going to go to VAR. We're not going to go to VAR. I'm not offside. You are. You are offside, mate. No, he might not be offside. You are. You are, mate. No, I'm not offside. Well, we're going to go to VAR that's very, very, very digital. No, don't need to. I wasn't off. I was definitely on. He's off. He's miles off. No. I'm not offside. The computer says no. No, the computer says yes. Oh, no, he's on. There's a foot on the back. No, he's off. His knee's off. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes, your knees off. Which one today? No, he's onside now. It's a goal. I thought his knee was off. I thought he was off. I thought his knee was off. Well, doesn't really matter. It's a goal for Chelsea. Tammy Abraham will claim that. You know what we need to do more of in the future? Trust Tammy Abraham. When he says, no, I'm definitely on. He had no idea he was on. He's thinking he was miles on. He had no idea he was on by a maggot's cock. He's got no idea. But 3-1, 4 minutes to go. Any chance? Can Arsenal do an Arsenal here? It's a goal. I've just changed the scoreline. It's 3-1. I don't even understand VAR anymore. To me, that looked like his knee was off, but it doesn't really matter. It matters to Arsenal. You don't get your clean sheet. I don't know what I think about Tammy Abraham. I don't know what he is. I don't think he's a top 6 striker. Do you think he's a Callum Wilson sort of striker, mid-table to bottom half? Do you think he's a bit better than that? Do you think he could be like a Danny Ings, you know? It's hard to tell. An Arsenal win is a good result for United, yeah. Arsenal fans won't let you think it is, but 100%. Like Arsenal are, even with this win, Arsenal are 13 points behind United if we win our game in hand. So, yeah. George Carl says he's very overrated. We got 1 point on Chelsea on a bad day for us. That's good, and a good centre-back will help us massively. I'm sure the board knows the issues, says Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, look, very quickly from a Manchester United point of view, we are averaging terribly amount of goals at the moment, and it's an issue for us. We're conceding like 2 goals a game in the Premier League. You just can't do that. 2 against Leeds, 2 against Chelsea, 2 against Sheffield United. I mean, look, Man City was a 0-0, but you might expect that. 1 against West Ham. 2 against Southampton. Oh, it should have been another goal there. Thiago Silva on back post. Penalty here. Arsenal making hard work of this. Oh, God. Poor old Arteta. If one of those players is stiff and they go to the VAR and their rod sticks over the offside line, does it given or not? Serious question. It'd be offside, Mustang, but it'd have to be big enough for them to see it. JG, thanks for the super chat, JG. Not reading it out because you're just trolling, but thanks for the super chat. Arsenal are going to bottle this. There's 5 minutes added on as well. They never do it. They never do it, do they? They never do it the hard, easy way. Jorginho never misses penalties. Oh, he's missed it! Oh, God. Oh, my God. Well, it's going to be Arsenal's day. Jorginho misses a penalty. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He has missed a few recently, but he missed that one badly. I think that will get Arsenal over the line now. If that had gone in, Chelsea would have had 3 minutes to get back into it, but 3-1 with 3 minutes to go now. Sorry, Chelsea fans. I did sort of jinx that. It didn't go your way, did it? He did do his skip, JJ Powell, as well. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let me just have a look how we're doing. I'm sure you're all as excited as I am to go and watch Ricky's fan cam if you've not seen it on the United Stand. We're only 200 away from 277,000 subscribers now, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, to do that. Next watch-along is going to be Chelsea versus Villa on Monday night at 5:30, so looking forward to that one. And we will have FIFA for you coming up soon as well. I just need to sort my schedule out by... I don't even know what date is it. Is it what Saturday, isn't it today? Max, I don't know whether I'm doing one tomorrow. We'll see. I might do one tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Salvador says, is this the most interesting race for top four? Well, I wouldn't say it's interesting. What, Liverpool are going to win the league? Liverpool need the league title would be interesting if Liverpool drop points, but they don't. So it's not that interesting. Pulisic, good player, good shot, not a good shot, good run. And I think that's been the story of Chelsea's game, really, isn't it? Not enough going on. When they needed it, they just didn't turn up. Probably too much turkey in the Chelsea side. They've struggled today. And Arsenal have been the better side. There is no doubt about it. 20 seconds to go. Chelsea on the attack. I think Arsenal have gone to a back five now. Good run there by Hudson-Odoi, but they'll go for a corner. What's going on with Warner? I think you mean Werner. Shareth Kamath Fitness. Confidence issues, isn't it? Pulisic's dribbling is superb, says Sean. Yeah, it is. I love it. No, no, no. Leon James, no. I'll tell you what I'm saying no to in a minute. Havertz gives the foul up on Pepe. Ref's blown the whistle. And it's a massive win for Arsenal. Big 3 win. Big win for Arsenal. 3 win. Big win for Arsenal. 3-1. Well deserved. Well deserved. And I think Chelsea will be very, very, very unhappy about that. And I would be very unhappy about that if I was 8 o'clock. Sorry. God, my mind's gone. I'd be very unhappy with that if I was a Chelsea fan, because you've got so much quality on the pitch. And it always annoys you as a fan when the players just don't turn up. They just didn't turn up. And you know, I just think sometimes you look at the Chelsea players and it's all handshakes, and where's the accountability? And I think that's where fans suffer sometimes, because it's like they're just not. Maybe the lack of fans in the ground make highlight that too much. I don't know, but good result for Chelsea, not really. Good result for Arsenal, definitely. They would have loved that. If you had told them that yesterday, they'd have had such a good Christmas day. But it's a good result for Arsenal. Well done to them. Chelsea drop points. Man United drop points. Leicester drop points. So it's been a good Christmas for Liverpool so far. Man City kick off at 8 o'clock against Newcastle if you're going to watch that one. Please subscribe to this channel, bottom right hand corner. And what am I going to do now? I'm going to go and check out this Ricky fan cam on United Stand. It's the most controversial thing going on today. If you've not seen it, United Stand, Ricky's fan cam, check it out. Apparently, it's horrific. So I'm going to have to go and watch it and see. It's I'm getting so many messages about it. So go and check it out. United Stand, Ricky's fan cam. Let's see what it's all about. Speak to you in a bit.